I got to tell you, you probably hear some music behind me, but that's the only thing festive about the atmosphere out here. Wizards fans thought they had this one. In the end, they didn't. Check out.
All right, moving on to the Washington Wizards. Like the Hawks, the Wizards need defense. Now, Atlanta gave up 119.7 points per game. The Washington Wizards were not that far behind or ahead, or however you see it. They gave up 119.1 points per game. Now, they have a little bit of an excuse. I guess you can say Atlanta did too, as far as with the injuries, with John Collins being out. But the Wizards were without John Wall, who missed this year. And based off the videos that I've been seeing on social media, he looks good. He's in shape. I know there were quite a few jokes last summer about John Wall being fat, and there were some pictures where he looked a little chunky. But right now, based off the videos I've seen, he looks good. He's had plenty of time to heal. I mean, I know it's been well over a year, but there's still some concerns as far as like how he'll hold up, if he's going to be the same player when he comes back. So as far as team needs for the Wizards, I think outside of defense, they may need to look into adding a backup point guard. So the Wizards can go in a variety of ways. They hold the 9th pick in this draft. And so, this is a tricky draft because there's a wide range of players that could be available. There's some guys that may fall. As far as if Isaac Okoro, who I just mentioned, is available, he could be an option. So could Devin Vassell. I think Vassell would be a really good pick. That's who I have them taken in my last mock draft. I think that he would come in and provide another outside shooter, another defender, give Wall and Bill a running mate, because the Wizards put up a lot of points last year, and I imagine they're probably still going to want to play at another fast pace. I think Vassell could really help them there. As far as other players that could be available, now if Wiseman or Kongwu happens to fall that far, which I don't think they will, I think they could address needs at center, even though I thought Thomas Bryant was pretty decent. Depending on what you see with Rui, as far as his long-term fit, I thought he had a pretty good rookie year. Obi Toppin could be a player if they decide to just go all in on offense. Like if they just say, you know what, forget defense, we can't stop anybody, we're going all in, then Obi Toppin would be fun to see there because I think he could put up a lot of points. I mean, the Wizards would probably give up 125 points a game, but they may score 125 also, so they could be, 500 and end up possibly squeaking into the 8th seed. But I think Toppin is ready. Like, I think he's the most NBA-ready prospect in this draft on the offensive end. And, I mean, I can't lie. It would be fun to see him in Washington with that offense. If they decide to go all in on offense again, I think Aaron Nesmith would be a good player. That would be tough to defend. If you got Nesmith and Bradley Beal and they're getting good looks from John Wall's dribble penetration, if Wall is the same type of player. But if Wall is not the same type of player, then as far as like a backup point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing Cole Anthony there. I think that Anthony should look a lot better in the NBA than he did in college. I think that going to Washington, he could learn from Bill and Wall as far as like the nuances of being a point guard. He wouldn't have the pressure to come in and have to be a distributor right away. He can come in off the bench and do what he does best to score. So I think Cole Anthony could be an option there. R.J. Hampton is also a player that I think could be an option. He would give them another player with speed that can run the break, that can get into the teeth of the defense. I think for him, coming off the bench there will be a good learning opportunity for him, because if you're a rookie guard at 18 or 19 years old, you don't really have the luxury of learning from two all-stars like Bradley Beal and John Wall. So I think it'll be a good fit for RJ also. Haliburton is another player that I think they could select. He would be a safe pick, I think, and he would complement both guys. So I could see them, if they're really trying to, I guess, make the playoffs and win now, and as far as someone that could come in and just be a plug-and-play player, I think that Haliburton could be a decent fit there. But as far as upside, I'm not really sure about that. But you know what? With the Wizards, you just really don't know what to expect. There are the rumors that Bradley Beal, I know he signed an extension, but you don't know how long he's going to be there. I think that they would probably like to get off of Wall's contract. I mean, he has a massive contract that makes him one of the highest paid players in the league, which is tough because he's coming off of a big injury, although he's done a lot for that DC community. And he's kind of been there. Like, he's kind of been the face of the franchise since Gilbert Arenas left. So getting rid of him would be kind of tough either way, just because of the connection to the city, and then his contract kind of makes him tough to move. But I do think, like I said, addressing a backup point guard or a point guard just in case Wall is not the same player should be a priority. Another player that I feel they should consider is Patrick Williams, who is Vassell's teammate at Florida State. I think that he could come in and help them out. He has a high upside as a defender. He may be, I don't know. I mean, I think Patrick Williams' best position long-term as a 4. I think him and Rui kind of play the same position as a 4. I don't really know if you can play either one of them a lot of minutes at the 3. I could be wrong, though, but I just think Williams is more so of a 4 than a 3, and I also think Rui is a 4, which you may say, well, you mentioned Obi Toppin, who is also a 4. I think if you're going with Obi Toppin, then you probably just say, forget defense, and we're going to play Obi Toppin at the 4 and the 5 and just, run and try to put up a bunch of points. But I think Obi Toppin would be the vertical lob threat that I can't really think of John Wall having. Off the top of my head, who is the best vertical lob threat that John Wall has played with other than JaVale McGee, which seems like so long ago because JaVale has played for Dallas and Golden State and LA since then. So that's why I'm saying that I don't know if Patrick Williams would be the best fit, but Obi Toppin could be a good fit. So yeah, the Wizards have quite a few options. I think they should be able to find a rookie that can come in and crack their top 7-8 rotation and make an impact. I don't know. Like, it's in a tough situation because they're not really a young team, but they're also not a team that I could see really moving up a lot in the Eastern Conference. So they're kind of stuck in no man's land. So I'm curious to see what they would do. But yeah, with this draft, I think I may just take the best player available, although there are some team needs. So I'm glad that I'm not in charge of selecting for the Washington Wizards.